The air above the battleground seemed to tremble as the 8 kings' faces shifted in unison, their shock mirrored by the thunderous cheers that erupted from the assembled disciples of the 5 great sects. Zuo Qifang, standing with an elegant posture, hands clasped behind his back, a faint smile curving his lips, addressed them with a casual challenge. "Can you be faster? Otherwise, you won't be able to catch me." His words carried the effortless confidence of a master whose speed alone could unsettle the fiercest warriors. Justice Mountain King's face hardened, his gaze narrowing as Ma Duobao's assessment lingered heavily in the air. This one was formidable beyond measure. Though only speed had been revealed so far, his combat prowess likely rivaled the greatest, else he would not merit such an appraisal. As the king crossed his hands, a boundless aura of authority and might radiated outward, suffusing the heavens with an oppressive weight. Zuo Qifang's frown betrayed a flicker of concern. "The power of laws?" he murmured, his tone tinged with unease. "Now that's somewhat problematic. One move alone won't suffice." Such words, said before his display of blinding speed, might have seemed absurd, but after witnessing the sheer swiftness of his movements, those present could not help but reconsider. Perhaps this man's strength was truly extraordinary. 15 stars already marked the upper echelons of power, yet from there, the path to 20 remained. Could he, perhaps, dwell at 16, 17, 19, or even the fabled 20th star? A roar of challenge cut through the air as Justice Mountain King struck again, lightning crackling across the firmament, golden hand seals dancing in a deadly symphony. Zuo Qifang's feet shifted effortlessly, gliding through the storm of radiant power as he evaded with nonchalant precision. Yet the king's mastery of the laws manifested differently from Ling Han's. Intricate lines coiled and wove into a shimmering web, seeking to entangle the agile warrior. "Retract!" Justice Mountain King groaned, pulling back the intricate net of laws like a fisherman retrieving his catch. Zuo Qifang, trapped within the gleaming lattice, faced the pinnacle of entrapment, yet a calm smile lingered upon his lips. Raising a single finger, he pressed forward. "Open!" A subtle flash of light danced along his fingertip, and the oppressive web split apart as though it had been mere mist. Zuo Qifang stepped through with serene poise, announcing, "That will count as one move, and I'll use one more move to suppress you." He struck again. From his finger erupted a colossal projection, 3,000 meters in length, descending like a divine judgment upon Justice Mountain King. The air itself ignited under its passage, mountains quaking, the sun dimming, stars cascading from the heavens. 18 stars! Cried the Lunar King and his peers, their voices mingling with disbelief and awe. Such power rivaled the might of a divine being, yet the eye of heavenly Dao did not appear. This was human potential, stretched to its zenith. Amid the chaos, the dust swirled and dissipated under the intervention of the gathered elites. Where Justice Mountain King had stood, nothing remained. No trace, no fragment. "We've lost this battle," Ma Duobao admitted, holding the king carefully. Without timely aid, the result would have been fatal. 18 stars against 15, a chasm of power unbridgeable by conventional skill. Zuo Qifang's laughter rang out, sharp yet playful. "Your battle prowess should have reached 20 stars, right?" The 8 kings bristled at the implication, anger surging like a storm. Their liege's honor could not be questioned. Ma Duobao, however, did not respond directly. Instead, he asked, "You hail from the divine realm, do you not? Your use of the laws differs vastly from the realm's own." A gasp rippled through the onlookers. From the divine realm? That explained his youth, his mastery, his 18-star power. Yet the question lingered. Why send such beings at this critical juncture? Zuo Qifang's laughter deepened, resonant with confident amusement. "We cannot hide it as expected. Yes, I am of the divine realm, and I came precisely to test myself against you. But 20 stars of battle prowess. Even I cannot guarantee emerging unscathed." His admission struck with seismic weight, revealing the hidden stratagem of the 5 sects. Ling Han's heart thundered. The wager's purpose became clear. Zuo Qifang was not alone. 5 from the divine realm. 5 victories poised like fangs ready to strike. To send divine beings here exacts immense cost, so only a few shattering void-tier elites arrived. Zuo Qifang continued, his tone almost cordial. Yet even so, our presence tips the scales. From the shadows stepped Clear Solar King. I shall enter the next round. Who will challenge me? A figure leapt forward. Shu, her almond-shaped eyes gleaming, her form delicate yet imbued with latent power. The 9th layer of the Shattering Void tier coursed through her veins. A prodigy of the Divine Realms training, even the brightest talents of the lower realm, Shu Xiu Ran, Small Sword Emperor, Dong Linger, paled in her presence. Her name was Xiao Miaoyan, and with a calm indifference, she revealed a disdain that cut deeper than any blade. To her, the lower realm was but a source of medicinal fodder, unworthy of respect. Clear Solar King, recognizing the peril, unleashed his full might. Flames enveloped him, hotter than the sun, yet Xiao Miaoyan remained untouched, her massive wings spanning hundreds of meters, shielding her with divine grace. The battle was swift. Clear Solar King was suppressed in mere moments, and the victor claimed another triumph. Next, the 5 great sects dispatched Chen Wenxi and Yang Guan. Both wielded 18-star prowess, matching their divine opponents blow for blow, bringing the contest to parity after the 8th round. Only 1 round remained. Ma Duobao, if allowed, could have ensured victory, yet the Divine Realm's design had circumvented him, laying a trap from which even the 8 kings could scarcely recover. The final challenger emerged, Wu Gaoyuan, draped in pristine white, his elegance rivaling the finest scholars. The tension crackled like lightning. The stakes spanned a century of seclusion, changes profound and irrevocable. Defeat was intolerable. "I'll go," Ling Han declared, stepping forward into the storm of destiny, his gaze unwavering, ready to confront the ultimate test that awaited him. The battleground held its breath as the clash between realms teetered on the knife's edge, and the tale of the divine descended into mortal eyes, unfurling with the grandeur of wuxia legend. The vast arena trembled with the weight of anticipation, the air thick with tension as spectators from the 5 great sects leaned forward, eyes alight with curiosity and disbelief. Ma Duobao's stern gaze fell upon Ling Han, doubt flickering across his face, though not in his faith in the young man's character. "You'll go?" he asked, his voice a low rumble that carried both warning and respect. The path before Ling Han was perilous. He was but a deity transformation tier warrior, standing against opponents whose very presence could crush ordinary mortals with mere aura. Ling Han's eyes were steady, unwavering, as he nodded. "I'll go." Ma Duobao's frown softened slightly, replaced by a measured nod. "Very well. You shall face the final match," he declared with authority, his tone leaving no room for hesitation. A ripple of anxiety passed through those nearest him. Zhu Xuan grasped Ling Han's hand, worry etching her delicate features. Her eyes darted to the looming figure of his opponent, a divine realm prodigy whose mastery surpassed even the elders of their generation. Not even the famed Lunar King could rival this opponent's power. Yet Ling Han's expression was calm, resolute. "Do not worry, I will be fine," he reassured her. Hunyu's tiny hand waved in encouragement, her voice ringing with innocent fervor. "Do your best, Ling Han." From the sidelines, Uncle Rabbit's voice shot across the arena. "Beat him up! Don't give me any face!" Ling Han stepped forward with long, purposeful strides, the weight of destiny in each motion. "I accept this battle," he proclaimed. A chorus of laughter erupted from the onlookers of the 5 sects. How could a mere deity transformation tier warrior dare to enter the fray against such insurmountable might? Was this a death wish cloaked as courage? The Shattering Void tier, 18-star battle prowess of his opponent dwarfed Ling Han's capabilities. Many presumed the Purple Moon Empire sought merely to humiliate, to make the last match a formality of defeat. Yet even as doubt whispered among the elite, the Beast Snake King's eyes narrowed. "This child's defensive strength cannot be underestimated," he murmured. In prior encounters, even the mightiest palm strikes had failed to faze Ling Han. Such a physique, secretly comparable to rare 10th-tier metal, had been kept hidden, a secret carefully guarded even from allies. Wu Gaoyuan's lips curled in disdain, fury flickering in his sharp eyes. "With your lowly status, you dare challenge me?" he spat, his pride wounded. The court's choice of a deity transformation tier fighter was a calculated insult, an attempt to humiliate him, and now he would exact vengeance, testing Ling Han to the utmost. Ling Han's fingers twitched, his gaze unyielding. "Come then, let us see." In a heartbeat, Wu Gaoyuan's hand rose, and countless silver swords, imbued with divine radiance, shot forth like a torrential storm. The very air shimmered with their lethal intent, each blade aiming to pierce the heart of the audacious youth. Ling Han remained motionless, his sword heart technique rippling from within. The torrent of blades swirled around him, cutting the space with merciless precision, yet not a single hair on his head stirred. Wu Gaoyuan blinked, a mixture of surprise and admiration crossing his features. "You have comprehended the heart of martial arts," he admitted, voice tinged with reluctant respect. "Even among the shattering void tier, such mastery is rare." Ling Han's mind raced. Few in the divine realm, only 1 in 10 shattering void tier elites, could reach such a comprehension. Among the 8 kings and other masters of the 5 sects, only a handful possessed this inner harmony of technique. Yet here, before him, this young deity transformation tier had grasped it. Wu Gaoyuan's eyes darkened, fascination mingled with fury. "Interesting, to kill such a genius. This will be enjoyable. You may be the first in the lower realm to cultivate sword heart at your stage." Ling Han's lips curved into a teasing smirk, and with a single gesture, he beckoned. "Is your zodiac a donkey? You talk too much." Wu Gaoyuan's veins throbbed, his patience fraying. "Infuriating child! Your words benefit you nothing." Ling Han's disdainful retort drew a deep, rumbling anger from Wu Gaoyuan, and the attack intensified. Tens of thousands of swords danced through the air, each now sharpened and empowered by Wu Gaoyuan's own sword heart. This was no ordinary assault. It was the full force of a shattering void tier 18-star elite unleashed. Pang! Ling Han's body was hurled through the air, crashing with bone-shaking force. Yet, even as he rose, joints cracking, blood and chi surging with a fierce roar, he moved with the poise of the unyielding. Spectators gasped. How could a mere deity transformation tier survive such a strike unscathed? Only Ma Duobao's intervention had saved even the mightiest of warriors from certain death before. Ling Han bore it alone, seemingly impervious. His physique is comparable to 10th tier rare metal. One shattering void tier warrior exclaimed, recognition dawning across the arena. Ling Han's audacity was no longer folly but calculated, nature-defying resilience. Wu Gaoyuan's sneer returned. "So what? I shall refine it regardless." Ling Han flicked a finger, a spark of challenge in his eyes. "Talk is cheap. If you cannot defeat me in 10 moves, you lose." Wu Gaoyuan's fury boiled over. "You dare dictate terms to me?" Ling Han's playful grin widened. "One hand is sufficient against you. What harm is there in that?" The audience of the 5 sects bristled at his insolence, but none could deny the calculated cunning behind it. Wu Gaoyuan lunged forward, summoning his 10th tier spirit tool, its chilling aura slashing across the arena like a demonic god unleashed. Hong! 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 The clash of steel and energy shook the heavens, yet Ling Han's stance remained calm, his intent clear, to defend, endure, and see this final battle through to its destined end.